Check it out. Today I have the ProtoArc ergonomic mouse. This is the EMO 1, or I guess you could just say EMO. That might be a 0 though. It is a trackball mouse. I know these were popular years ago, and I do see people still using them. They do have their moments where they do come in handy. Let's take a look at the mouse here though. What's really cool about this one though is that there is dual wireless mode. So you could actually connect this to two different computers if you wanted to with wireless. There is a dongle, so you can do it that way as well. The other way is it's Bluetooth for the other devices. I actually prefer to use a dongle just because I get better connection personally. I don't know, it might be I have issues with multiple Bluetooth devices kind of fighting each other, so I use the dongle. Here is where you're going to switch it between the different wireless modes. You do have your wheel up here, and it does have your tilts, whatever that's called. And it feels nice. It's very nice too. Then you have your front and back buttons. So if you want to go, forward or back on your pages. It also does light up, and you can change the lighting modes and the colors. So for those that love their flashy lights, there you go. Another nice one about this is that it's Type-C rechargeable. So you don't need batteries or anything. I do love that they adopted the Type-C. And it doesn't take very long to charge it. I've been using it for several days. Haven't had to worry about a charge going dead yet. You can adjust the bottom for different angles. That works better for you. These types of mice are great for just protecting your wrist and everything. You got your normal mouse where you're constantly moving it around. You're changing your angles, and it's not always good for your hands and your wrist. But with one of these, you just get in a comfortable position and you just move everything with your thumb. And it's nice and smooth. Now, it does take a little bit to get used to because your cursor is going to move a lot different with your thumb compared to, moving it around on a desk like the other ones. But once you get it down, it's actually not bad. The hardest thing is just getting like precise movement, depending on your track speed and everything. Now you can lower your track speed, which does help as you're getting used to it. Once you get used to it though, you'll be flying across your screen much faster than your mouse going everywhere. It just takes a little bit of practice. And then, like I said, you can also adjust it to different angles with that little plate on the bottom. So if you prefer it, tilt it a little bit more with your thumb up in the air, which might be more comfortable for some people. And then you can tilt it back down if you prefer more of, like a claw. But overall, it's pretty nice. Let me go ahead and I'll get it plugged in, kind of show you it lighting up and things like that. Just plug that into a USB. I have to use a dongle since I'm using a MacBook. We got an on-off switch at the bottom. Just go ahead and turn that on, and you'll see that it lights up. And also, mouse pads, you don't even need it with one of these. So there we go. It's all lighting up there. And if you press these buttons, you'll be able to change the colors and the breathing and different things like that. It doesn't have a ton of color modes, but it has a few. So it's not really a big deal for me. I don't worry about that. As I was talking about, right now it's on the number 1, which is the dongle. And you'll see a quick little flash here and there. If you press that button, it's going to switch to 2 and 3. If you press and hold it down, it'll start flashing, and that's when you can pair it up to your computer with Bluetooth. So that'd be 2 and 3. Number 1 is always going to be the dongle. It's going to be that wireless mode. I don't think you can do this in wired mode. I haven't tried. I don't think it works that way. Also, this kind of mouse probably not ideal. The other nice thing is that with a mouse like this, you can control it without it ever even being on your desk. So let's say you're doing a presentation and you're in the office, you can just use the trackball. Or maybe you're in bed, you don't have a laptop stand or desk. You can just use the trackball right there in bed. You can just hold it in your hand like this, anywhere, put it on the bed, whatever. And you can always have your mouse. So think of different things that you can do with it. This is also a good idea for if you want to connect it to, let's say, like your TV or your Xbox gaming station, whatever it might be, and you could control it on the other side of the room very easily. Same thing with a computer. If you do like a media station, you could control it. You don't have to have a desk or anything. So, I mean, yeah, a lot of options there. What I'll do is we can... Now, I use a Mac, so the cursor and stuff is going to look just a little bit different, like speed-wise and all that stuff, but you can adjust it to how you like it. Now, this is my simple little station here, laptop and everything, but easily it just flies across the screen. You may have to adjust your cursor speed and everything, which is super simple. I know it'd be different for Windows. I've actually been using Mac for a little while now, since November or so. But you could go in, just change your tracking speeds. You can make it slower where it barely goes across the screen. Even slower than that where it barely moves. It might be a little easier as you're getting used to it. And then, of course, you could go fast, which it just goes all the way across the screen in just a very little movement. At least as you're getting used to it, it's probably better about halfway. I think that's more ideal compared to that fast speed. Anyway, definitely a nice mouse. I'd say that they did a pretty good job on the design and everything. If I compared this to something else, it would be like a Logitech Ergo MX. I can't even remember the number now, but it has a lot in common with that Logitech. Overall, though, pretty decent mouse. Takes a little bit of time to get used to if you've never used one of these, but your wrist and everything will thank you. It will be a lot easier on all the strain and everything that you go through. But yeah, I can definitely say this one's pretty good. Now, this mouse is not something that's on Amazon. This came from the ProtoArc website. I will put a link below. I have reached out to them, and they have mentioned that they are going to be going on Amazon. I'm not sure when. I thought it was supposed to be this month. But I'm finally getting around to doing the video. I've owned this for a little while now. And if you're looking for a trackball mouse, these are pretty decent. I'll put a link down below for their the ProtoArc website.